Welcome back to the Business Immigration Benchmark. I'm your host, Laura Blanears. Today, we're going to have a conversation that, frankly, I've been having a lot with clients and colleagues in the industry, and that's technology and reporting. So let's dive right in. So, the reality is, reporting expectations are at an all time high, right? We have CEOs reaching out to global mobility leaders about the proclamation, who's in H-1B status, and you need, as the global mobility provider, to immediately flip a reliable report to give meaningful insights to leadership in a way that perhaps you haven't had to do for a very long time, perhaps maybe under the first Trump administration or unlike ever before. The conversation that I've had a lot recently with my clients is about data integrations. Specifically, lately, it's been around integrating the process for their talent acquisition or recruiting. To drill down a little deeper into this, the way that a lot of my clients are looking to complete data integrations or build the data bridge is through their recruiting platforms. Some of my small to mid-sized clients that are growing rely heavily on their recruiters to hand off pre-hire assessments to our legal team through our Rapid platform. Clients that we are now onboarding want their recruiters to use their recruiting platform, and we're building data integrations so that recruiters can continue to use the program that they're trained in and that is now being directly fed into Rapid for our team to do the pre-hire assessments and then feed it back to the recruiters to inform their management and hiring decisions. Other teams are directly using the Rapid portal to complete the recruiting pre-hire assessment. I will say there are challenges on both sides, but I think the data integration, because recruiters are then only having to log into one portal, is a real success here. And feeding the data into the immigration portal that we use and then feeding it back into the recruiting portal is a win win for both sides because we're informing their process. We're ensuring that recruiters get the data in the platform that they're using and not having to train them on yet another technology platform. But what's key there is the data integration feed from both into Rapid and then out back into their platform. So that's all to say if that's something you don't already have, take a look at it. I would say, especially for these growing client programs, the pre-hire assessment is really a good place to start the data integration because that's the first touch of, my team, the legal team has for this candidate that, will ultimately convert into a visa case. And then we have reliable tracking and a way to really jumpstart the visa project should they require immediate sponsorship. So that's something that I know a lot more of my clients are talking about specifically in the recruiting space. And this is a big deal, especially in light of upcoming H-1B lottery season. We want to make sure we have all the new hires, specifically the new hires in F1 status, to ensure that our lists that we're proposing to these companies are accurate, to ensure all their folks that need and want to be in the H-1B lottery this coming spring are included. Just a side note, we are preparing those lists right now. So we are combing through the data and part of the data integrity here is coming from these data integrations. The other piece that kind of goes hand in hand with reporting and technology is AI. So likely, if you're a company working with a immigration vendor, your immigration vendor is using some flavor of AI. And what I have come across recently is in engagement letters for new clients that we are engaging with, procurement is driving the agreements. And in those engagement agreements are provisions about how me as the immigration vendor, provider, partnering with the company can use AI, how to disclose what kind of AI we're using, and the sort of terms of use of AI. So that's all to say that that's kind of a new element in contracting for us that we're navigating and bringing in our data security professionals here at the firm to ensure that we're disclosing everything that needs to be disclosed and having those types of conversations with our prospective clients. It's also something I would encourage, those folks who have long-standing arrangements with vendors to look into. It's probably something that's just now sort of being driven by procurement or your data security team to look into. So if it's not a conversation you've had with your vendor, you have a long, good standing relationship, have your data security teams talk to one another because you want to make sure that everyone is using AI in a ethical way and in an expected way so that where your foreign nationals data and where your company data is sitting and how it's being processed through the AI machines. So just something to think about. It has come up a lot recently. I know AI has been a buzzword in the corporate space for some time now. And, we're definitely seeing the benefits of AI in our practice, but we definitely also want to be sure that we're partnering with our companies in a way that they're expecting and comfortable with how we're using AI. So that's a little tidbit today on technology reporting. If you've got questions about how to set up data integrations, what that might look like, or even just, taking a quick look at where you could benefit from those types of things, hit me up on LinkedIn. We'll catch you next time here on the Business Immigration Benchmark.